Memphis Police Director Mike Rawlings is calling what happened in Frazier last week a riot. He referred to it that way several times during a news conference this morning where he announced the department is operating at its normal security level. Rawlings thanked the parents of Brandon Weber for calling for peace and understanding. Local 24 News reporter Mike Matthews has tonight's top story.
Tensions have eased off a bit, according to Police Director Mike Rawlings. He says his people did a good job out there, by the way. These pictures were shown all over the world. In fact, these pictures have been used by police as they continue their investigation into the disturbance. The Memphis Police Director says it's true. Some officers were at the scene without riot gear because when they first showed up, they were there only to protect the crime scene. They were surrounding the area where suspect Brandon Weber was shot and killed by members of a U.S. Marshals task force.
If officers show up in riot gear on every scene, then we're criticized. Officers showed up to protect a crime scene. There was no riot until later on, so the officers showed up like they show up every day.
Director Mike Rawlings has been around, saying he's been at every major disturbance for the past 21 years. He says while each one is a bit different, the job for police officers is always the same.
As director of the police department, it is my duty to protect our citizens and protect our officers, and we always work to restore peace.
Rawlings says it's important to talk about why there is such anger and frustration in Frazier. He called on community leaders for their help. With that request, however, came this.
But here's what I can tell you. Acts of violence against law enforcement will not be tolerated.
He'll assess how the department handled the situation. He wouldn't directly answer the question as to whether the men were told not to react back if they were hassled by the protesters or hurt even by the protesters. In Memphis, Mike Matthews, Local 24 News.